Hey everybody, it's Andy,
Johnny.
and we are finally back with some more Beards and Bibles action for you guys. We're sorry we've been away for so long. If we're just going to be flat out honest, we've been really busy, just crazy busy. We've taken some vacations, which that's not really busy, that's actually the opposite of busy, but it was because we were so busy that we needed those vacations. But we've definitely missed doing this. We've missed you guys. We've missed interacting with you guys. And so we have some great content for you today.
It must be remembered that we are in the preliminary stage of one of the greatest battles in history. That the air battle is continuous, and that many preparations have to be made here at home. You ask, what is our policy? I will say it is to wage war by sea, land, and air, with all our might, and with all the strength that God can give us.
The thing that we want to talk about today is beard care. I mean, after all, this blog is called Beards and Bibles, and we've talked about Bibles a couple times. Now it's time that we talk about beards.
Hey, we like beards, and you know we like the beard care, like the butters, the oils,
The balms,
and everything. Like today, we're going to go over what masks help to keep from having a big line down here. We're just so excited to be back. We could just end up rambling in this video, but hey, we're glad to be back.
Exactly. And one thing that we want to talk about first is with everybody having to wear a mask everywhere.
Yeah.
Especially for us bearded guys, beard care has become one of those things that it's essential. Because if you don't take care of your beard in the proper way, then you end up with like that dip that goes up under your chin, and you've got like these weird cowlicks in your beard.
Yep.
And honestly, it's a pain in the butt, and we hate having to deal with it. And with Johnny and I both having beards for so long, we've found quite a few ways to handle that. So I think we actually just need to walk them through our beard care routine. Now yours may be a little bit different from mine, but they're similar in some points. So I'll just start off with mine.
Okay.
What I normally do, like I get up in the morning, and I'm one of these guys that I like to take a shower first thing when I get up. It helps me get my day going. And so I get in the shower. I'll go ahead and tell you guys, I do not wash my beard every single day.
Me neither.
A lot of people do. But from what I've found, it's actually more harmful for your beard to wash it every day, because most soaps, even the mildest of soaps, can be harmful for the oils and the natural vitamins and nutrients that your beard needs to stay healthy.
Right.
But when I do wash my beard, which is every few days, I wash it with this stuff. Right now it's actually made as a beard wash, and it is actually picked it up over at Walmart. I can't even remember the brand of it right now, but it's a really gentle wash for it. But if you don't have access to that, if you can find like a local soap maker, most of your local soap makers right now are making beard soaps and beard washes that are perfect for taking care of your beard. They don't strip a lot of those oils and the nutrients away from your beard, so they help it stay healthy and they help it stay clean.
We'll also try to put, find pictures and put them up on the screen of the stuff that we have, because I'm going to go over some stuff too that I think is amazing.
Yeah.
But it's hard to find.
Yeah, and I actually brought some of my stuff with me today to be able to show you guys. So as soon as I get out of the shower, the very first thing that I do is I dry my beard. I use a hair dryer on my beard. I'm not even ashamed to say that I use a hair dryer. A lot of guys are weird about using hair dryers because they think, oh, that's a woman's thing. Well, I'm telling you what, right now, it's not. I dry my beard every morning with a hair dryer. I get it. I use a round brush, and I literally take the brush and I swipe down on my beard while I'm following it with the hair dryer. And that, actually, a lot of days, that will get it straight enough to be able to do what I need to do. But if I'm having one of those days, like if it's really, really humid outside, like it's been here in Kentucky every day from pretty much May until like the middle of October is just a nasty, humid day here in Kentucky. Most of the South is like that way. You have to you have to take some extra steps to keep it from getting all curly and wavy and nasty and just looking like a mess. So the next thing I'll do after I get done drying my beard, and I do use it's an ironing defense spray in my
I do
beard.
too. Yeah.
Johnny uses one as well. You spray that in there, and it kind of helps protect the hair in your beard from the harshness of the heat. But the next thing I do is I actually use a straightening brush. This one is made by Arkham. I've actually not had this one very long. I've actually only owned it a few days. I used to have a big one that was a big giant paddle, and it did a good job, but it was honestly made for running through long women's hair.
Yeah.
This one is actually made for beards. You can see that it's got really small bristles in there, and it's got a lot of bristles. But one of the things that it's got in there that
It's
actually,
a lot.
it is, it's a ton of bristles. And what it does is it actually gets in between each individual hair.
Man, that looks awesome.
It's nice. It's really nice. But one of the things, and I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera or not, but there are little paddles in there. And each one of those paddles is actually lined with ceramic. So what this does is when it heats up those ceramic paddles, and it actually gives it an ion straightening technology. What that will do is it actually gives your beard a little bit more of a healthy look, gives it a little bit more of a shine. If you don't know about ionic technology, ask your wife or your girlfriend, because I'm sure that they know about ionic hair dryers and straighteners. It's all the rage right now, and honestly, it's great stuff. But I mean, as long as you use that on your beard when it's mostly dry or completely dry, you'll be fine. If you run through your beard wet, it is going to singe your beard. It's essentially just going to be like throwing your beard in a frying pan, which is not good for it.
And the thing about it is, because I've done it and I'm guilty of it, whenever you do that and like your beard is like pretty wet, the steam will burn you.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you how many times I've got out of the shower and just went like super in a hurry, and but there was a piece of my beard that was really getting on my nerves, and I was like, it's soaking wet, but I gotta get this to lay down because I look stupid. Well, and I just went ahead and ran the beard iron straightener through it, and then all of a sudden you hear
Yeah, you'll hear
and it went, and like my ear, I felt like caught on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you have to, you can't be wet.
You cannot be wet.
It can't be wet at all.
Like damp is even kind of an iffy situation on there. But honestly, like once you get done using that, you are like, especially with the thicker your beard gets and the longer it gets, you are going to feel some of that heat still stuck in your beard. So I mean, if you do that, honestly, the thing that I found that is easiest, either use your hair dryer, because most of them have like that cool shot on there where it just blows cooler air and it actually locks in the kind of the design or the straightness of it that you put into it, or you can just shake it out and your beard will kind of wave, like it'll air it out a little bit. It shakes it out. Yeah.
Inside joke.
So the very next thing that I do after I get done straightening my beard is I use a beard oil. Now, I've brought a couple of them with me today, but it's not all the beard oils I have, because honestly, I just love beard oils. I love beard balms. I love beard butters. Johnny and I both kind of collect them a little bit. So I've got a couple of them with me. This is by Pharmacy. This is something that my wife actually just bought for me the other day. And it's called Shield Man. So this is a beard and a mustache oil. It's got an almond oil base to it. It's actually pretty nice. It's a little bit thicker of a beard oil than I'm used to using.
I like thick beard oil.
But the one thing I will say about it is it does not have a scent to it. Now, if you're one of these people that if you're easily irritated by strong scents and stuff like that, then maybe this is the way to go for you. Because like I said, it is a thicker oil, but it's not very strongly scented. It actually has a little bit of a plant smell to it. But I think it's really, really nice. One of the recommendations I actually got from another lady that sells the pharmacy stuff. Her name is Jenny. And Jenny, by the way, we have heard your shout outs on your Facebook videos about our beards, and we're honored.
Yeah.
Thank you. We love hearing compliments about our beards.
So that came from Jenny?
Actually, Kayla bought it herself because Kayla sells it too, but Jenny was the one that recommended it.
Yeah, she has said that to for us to try and put it on the channel. So you know what, I was gonna put this trunk of man on, but I haven't got any oil or anything in. I got out of the shower, got some Taco Bell, came straight here.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to try this almond. I love almonds. How many squirts do you think I will? Is it locked?
It's probably locked, yeah. And usually like 1 squirt on that goes a long way.
I'll do it too.
Go for 2.
All right, now we're gonna do the smell. Like you said, there really isn't much of a smell.
Not much of a scent at all.
No.
And any scent that is in this pharmacy stuff.
I can already tell that this is going to be good because it's so thick in the hand, and it's like, yeah, I'm rubbing it, but it's still there.
Yeah.
It's not, sometimes I'll put two or three squirts of something on my hand, and then by the time I get done with this, it's like, well, that was
like the oils will literally absorb into your palms, not this stuff.
Ooh, dude.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Dude, that is on par with that stuff that's my absolute favorite that I can't find anymore. I just accidentally bought a huge bottle of it in the mall. Dude, I really like this.
Did you get it like from Art of Shaving, maybe?
No, I bought it from an Israeli guy in the mall.
Nice.
It's called hair serum. But I can't even, I think I gotta go back to the mall and buy some more.
There you go.
But
now,
this is awesome, dude.
Something I'm gonna throw out there really quick. Beard oils are, especially right now, they are easy to find, guys. Beard oils will, here you go.
No, I'm good. This stuff's good for your
It is
skin.
good for your hand. It is.
So
It's
I
good for your
always
skin.
just rub it in, and whenever I have a fresh shaved head, I tell you what, I don't use aftershave or anything like that. I rub an extra squirt or two in my hand and then go my head with it. And guess what? When I started doing that, my head quit breaking out.
Yep.
And it was, smooth. It felt like it was smooth longer. And honestly, I noticed there's a bunch of older people that have shaved their head for a long time, and then all of a sudden they start, their head starts looking rough and they got spots on it. Well, if you put stuff like this on it, it actually takes care of your skin.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to do no alcohols or anything like that anymore.
Right. And see, that's the great thing about your beard oils, your beard balms, your beard butters, is they are all designed to actually not only just make your hair healthier, but it's actually good for your skin too. Because those vitamins and nutrients that are good for your beard are also good for your skin.
Yeah.
And it leaves it feeling softer. I can tell you that after being on a regular regimen of beard oils and beard balms for a while there, that Kayla actually started feeling my beard. She was like, it's so much softer than it used to be.
Yeah.
And it never, I'm one of these guys that I don't like having a wet look.
I know, I like mine to be dry.
Yeah, I like it to have the dry look, but tamed and well kept. I've seen a lot of guys, they'll use pomades and stuff like that in their hair. And I mean, they'll put so much in there that it almost gives it that wet, greasy look. I can't stand that. And so I want you guys to know that when I recommend a beard product, it's usually going to meet that standard for me, because I like to have that clean look, not that wet look. But yeah, so pharmacy definitely gets a good strong rating, good strong promotion from me and Johnny. We love this stuff.
You know what the cost of it is?
I honestly don't. But Jenny or Kayla, if you watch this video, please feel free to get in the comments and not only leave the price of it, but also a link to where you can pick this stuff at. Because it sounds like pharmacy, going to the Walmart pharmacy, but it's pharmacy spelled with an F and then no C and no Y. You know what? It's pharmacy. And more than likely, guys, if you're watching this, kind of like Ionic Technology, you can ask your wife about pharmacy, and they'll say, "Oh my God, I love pharmacy." And you know, it's like, "Oh, I get that with my Ipsy bag. I got
Dude, this is so good. I like this.
good stuff."
I am more of an oil person.
See, Johnny likes oils more now. I am actually more of a fan of balms and butters. So yeah, that's my routine in the morning though. Is you know, showering, hair drying, straightening, and then oil. And then throughout the day, that's when I like to use a beard balm or a beard butter. I brought this stuff with me today that is from Trunk of Man. And actually stay tuned because we will be actually having a review about Trunk of Man products exclusively.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid, by the way, to talk about any of these products, but we like them so much that we want to kind of promote them.
And if Trunk of Man would ever like sponsor anything we do, man, that would be amazing.
We'd be your BFFs.
Yeah, because
Your BBBFFs.
we haven't
We're
found
your
any.
BFFs. Just saying.
But we
Oh.
haven't found a product of theirs that we don't like.
Exactly.
I got the balm, don't I?
Yeah, you have the
I have the balm, you have the butter and the oil.
I have the butter and the oil.
And the only reason that I went with the balm the last time was just because it's called 6 String Johnny, and my name's Johnny, but that stuff smelled so
It
good.
does.
And they didn't have it in the oil or the butter at the time, and I just couldn't pass that up.
Yep.
It was a 2 for 3 deal.
Yeah, they've always got deals going on with those guys.
But yeah, I mean, he bought that and basically gave me the balm.
But this is beard butter.
Butter.
So the difference between oils, balms, and butters. Your oils are literally just a liquid. They are meant to go on the beard. They
Condition the beard.
They condition the beard. They spread out really, really easily. Balms are meant to. They're really, really thick. And most of these products all have like a beeswax, or at least in the balms and the butters, they all have like a beeswax base to them.
Pretty much.
So the balms have more beeswax in them, so it's a really thick product. And what it'll do is it'll actually help hold your style in place. The thing I like about the butter is it's kind of the best of both worlds because it does a little bit of conditioning, but it also does a little bit of holding of the beard hairs. But I'll show you guys how I use a beard balm. So I've already got my little can here open, and you just take a little bit, and it honestly doesn't take much. Like, you see how big my beard is, you see how much I'm using right there.
See, I use a little more.
Now Johnny uses a little bit more, but what I want to get at is it doesn't take a ton of this
I mean,
product.
I don't use much more than that.
Yeah.
You don't need to, it's a waste. Because
So-
look, your hands are coated.
Yep,
And
my
if
hands
you're-
are coated now, and you can see that they got a little bit of a shine to them, and I'm gonna rub it in my beard, just like that. And then you wanna use your fingers, and you wanna get up actually in between the beard follicles.
Man, that smells good.
It does, it smells amazing. This is the great thing about like finding a good beard balm, a beard oil, or a beard butter that you like, guys, is it actually reduces the need for you to ever wear colognes or, God forbid, Axe body spray.
I wear Axe all the time.
Sorry, man. But you don't have to use that
It's
stuff.
so-
Like,
It isn't stout. Like,
It
it
isn't.
ain't going.
like like most of your good beard oils and beard balms, your beard products have like a really good, refreshing, light scent. And that's what this has got. It's I can tell you
Your
that.
beard looks good, dude.
And it does look good. When I put this stuff in, it drives my wife crazy. Actually, I'll do what you did and kind of rub it into the skin a little bit.
And see what he did when we was talking about his hands was coated. See, a lot of people think that you have to like notice the stuff, like the product on every part of your beard. But if it's on your hands, if your hands are coated, then that's all you need, because when you're rubbing your hands on there, that it's not going to all come off in one swipe.
Exactly.
I mean, you literally have to rub that stuff in. Now, if you was paying attention, you'll notice that he went all the way down to the skin.
Yep.
He went all the way in. He didn't just do, his hair. Now, the hair is important, but he did the skin and under too.
Yep.
Because it is very important to take care of that skin, because if you don't, you will constantly itch, you will
Yep.
break out, your beard will be flaky.
Yep.
And there's times that I go 3 or 4 days because I just hadn't, been lazy and haven't felt like taking care of my beard. Well, every time I look down on my shirt, on my chest, it looks like snow outside.
Yep.
So that's why it's so important. If you guys want a big beard, or just a medium length beard, kind of like mine, then you got to take care of it.
Yep. It's like with any good thing in life. You have to take care of it if you want it to last. I want to give you guys 2 quick tips though, because like I said, I use this beard balm like mostly right in the middle of the day, and I don't use it every day because I don't have to. So there's 2 things that you can do. Number 1, now you see that I'm still, like if you look at my hands, you can see that they've still got a little bit of a shine to them, even after I've wiped them off on a paper towel. So throughout the day, one of the things that you guys can do to keep your beard looking healthy is literally just to rub your hands in your beard. Number 1, it makes you look cool and smart because you're sitting there going, I don't know.
I mean, why have a beard if you can't stroke it?
Yeah, you gotta stroke the beard. Stroke that beard.
Stroke it.
But the cool thing is when you're stroking the beard, number 1, you're putting it back into place. But number 2, your hands and your skin already have natural oils built up on them. And now I've also got that oil too. Those oils will get into the beard and keep it clean and healthy looking. Another thing that you can do though, if you're out on the road and you need a little bit of extra care, maybe something's happened, maybe the wind's got to it, or I have a dog at home, and sometimes my dog will want to get up and be affectionate in my face, and that's probably disgusting to you people, but I love my dog, whatever. Or kids grab my beard or whatever, and they'll do that number right there, and then it'll look stupid. One of these guys right here is a lifesaver. This is a beard comb. But it's not just any beard comb, it's a wooden beard comb.
Yeah.
Now, why is it important to carry a comb around? Why is it important to carry a wooden comb around? Why is it important to carry a beard comb around? I'll tell you, number 1, obviously, it's a comb. You run it through your beard, and boom. That stupid look that I had just a second ago is now gone. But I've also got, besides these wide bristles, I've got these little thin bristles right here. Those thin bristles, you can use those and really get down in between the beard hairs and make them all kind of straighten back out again. It's a really, really nice thing to have. But the reason that you want a wooden beard comb instead of a metal comb or a plastic comb,
Plastic sucks.
plastic's terrible. The wooden combs actually do one thing that the other combs don't do. They absorb the oils.
Yep.
So
you could probably smell his comb right now, and you would be like, "Oh my god!"
yeah,
My comb is the same way. It's just I lost mine.
I've got another one for you, by the way. I keep on forgetting about it.
What a pal!
Guys, beard combs are easy to come by. I literally picked this one up on Amazon. I really liked it because it's got a Bible verse about Samson on there that I really, really like, because it says, "If I am shaven, then my strength will leave me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man." Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep this thing because I ain't weak, son.
He's a man.
I'm a man. So listen, those things right there are the easy things that you can do to keep your beard maintained throughout the day. But we're not just here to talk about just how we maintain the beards, but we're going to talk about how we keep those cowlicks and all those nasty waves out of our beards because of masks.
Yeah, the masks. I went around and actually I debated so many times about just going with a super short beard, because where we work, we are required to wear a mask because of the current events.
Well, even in our state, we're required right now to wear a
mandated.
mask. We're required to wear a mask if we're out in public and around other people.
And we work at the public around other people.
Yeah.
In the public around other people.
Yeah.
But anyways, with this right here,
This is your standard mask.
if I was to put this on with the ears, with it like that, it's going to go in under my chin. And this is actually pretty little because I got a big old face. But as you can see,
Turn to the side there. So you can see right there that it's actually pushing up under his chin and pushing like a scoop into his beard. Now, when he takes that mask off, what it's going to do is that scoop is still going to be there.
yep.
And then Johnny looks like an Amish farmer from the 1940s, and his name will be Jonadiah.
Joe Bob, something.
Yeah.
But as you can see, this is pressed down and this is flared out.
Yeah.
So, what Andy came up with,
And I want you to know before I tell you this, before we tell you what we came up with,
here, this one's your mask, you just try it on. You do it.
I went through, listen, I've been through the ringer on masks because I'm never ever satisfied with the mask that I have. Masks irritate me. I don't
Right.
really want to wear a mask ever.
You're right.
But I wear it because, that's the responsible thing to do. It's
Yep.
what our government tells us to do. And regardless of what your belief system is, if you want to be able to participate in many public events, then you will need a mask, at least for the time being.
Well, it's basically, it's just, just going along with it. I mean, it isn't nothing wrong. It's trying to prevent virus or sickness or anything just to spread to other people.
Yeah.
I hate masks. I hate them. I don't want to wear it.
Like, nobody in their right mind says, I just love wearing a face mask all day long. If they do, they're insane. And that's, we'll pray for you. But, I had a guy come into the store the other day, and, our company requires that our customers have a mask on inside our store to be able to actually get service. We can't help them unless they're wearing a mask. And I have a guy come in, and he goes, I was like, sir, do you have your mask with you? He goes, no, I don't have it. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to need you to get your mask so that I can help you. And he goes, well, I don't have one. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be able to help you. And he goes, well, I don't carry a mask. And I happen to have one of these ones with me. So I handed it to him. I said, here you go. I said, you can wear this. And he takes a look at this thing and he goes, well, honestly, he's like, I just don't believe in them. And, it had been one of those days. And I said, well, sir, honestly, it's just a mask. No one asked you to believe in it. Nobody asked you to pray to it. We're just asking you to put it on for a couple minutes while you're in the store so that we don't potentially spread a virus to each other. Because I don't want to get your crud and your germs, and you don't want to get any of mine that I may have. I don't, at least not right now.
Well, and the thing about it is we don't know. I mean, until we start showing symptoms, we don't know what we got.
Exactly.
I mean,
And the other thing that you got to keep in mind about these mask guys is even if you're not sick, and even if you don't know anybody that has a compromised immune system or has had the virus, that doesn't mean that the person that you're standing across from doesn't.
Right.
That doesn't mean that the person that you're standing across from doesn't have loved ones at home or that they deal with or interact with on a regular basis that they don't want them to keep healthy. For me personally, I have a son at home that has a weakened immune system, and he is not able to wear a mask because it's just his mental status will not, he just doesn't want to keep one on. And so we have to do everything we can to protect him. And honestly, it's meant that he stayed at home a lot. And, honestly, I don't want to take a chance of him getting this virus. Johnny, you live with your grandmother. It's Becca's grandma.
Yeah.
And Johnny doesn't want to bring this virus back home to his grandmother. It doesn't matter whether or not you believe in this mask. It doesn't matter if you believe that the masks are helpful or not. Nobody's tracking us with these masks. There's no microchip in my mask. or any of the masks that
There's
I own.
one in mine.
Well, it's because you paid $2,000 for it, because that's how much it would cost to put a microchip in a mask, and who wastes their time on that? Come on. If you're worried about a microchip that follows you around and tracks every single thing you do, then please go ahead and throw your cell phone in the garbage, because you've been carrying one of those around with you for the last 20 years, and guess what? Location tracking's a thing, baby. Off my high horse now. Anywho,
I was going to say, like, we're talking about beard products.
we're talking about beard products.
Off.
I went off the deep end once again. I apologize. So, anywho, I tried a lot of different masks. I tried a bandana wrapped around my head.
Yeah.
I bought a neck gaiter or a buff. You see a lot of people, like if you ever watched Survivor, that's what they wore on there. One thing that I will tell you about neck gaiters and about bandanas is they're great. The bandanas are a little bit uncomfortable because number one, you have to tie them literally every time. And if you have a fat head like me, they don't always work. If you have a neck gaiter, you have to literally pull it down over your head every single time, and it can either stay up here or it can stay down here. But if you've got a long beard like me, I can go ahead and tell you that it's going to stab you in the neck with your own beard hairs every single time.
Yeah.
And you want to stay away from that torture. Don't go through it. I went through it for you. You will see that there are people online that have like designs, and they have Etsy shops where they sell masks for bearded guys, and you can go and buy one of those if you want to. But honestly, the thing that I have found that is easiest is literally taking your everyday mask. I'm actually going to show you guys what I did for it.
How to make it?
How to make it.
Everybody.
Here we go, right here. Simplest thing that you can ever do. You take your mask. You'll see that this is the inside of the mask. This one doesn't really have an up or down. Mine that I wear on an everyday basis, it's a nice mask that LG sent to our store, the Johnny store. It does have an up or down, and it does have a front or back, but there's the LG symbol. So you take whatever side is going to be the top, and on this one, I'm going to say that this is the top. You take the bottom right here, and you want to be a little bit more careful than I'm about to be, but this is basically just to be able to show you guys what you do. You take that, and you take one side at the bottom, and you cut it off. Then, take the other side at the bottom.
Oh, wrong side, wrong side.
No, it's the right side.
You sure?
Yep, promise.
Oh.
I'm scared for a second. I'm doing something wrong.
Oh, he cut his finger off.
So, that right there is what you do. Now you see that you have two long strings. Now, it's not going to work with every single mask. Like this one right here, the material is a little bit tighter. It's not as flexible, doesn't have as much elastic in it. But you'll take those two strings. If you've got big wide bands on there, you may want to make sure that they are
That they'll tie before you cut it.
yeah, and that they're straight. But literally,
Yeah.
you just take it at the other end, at the ends of those that you cut off, and put a couple little quick knots in it. And now, you've got a mask. This one, honestly, is going to be a little bit too small for my head, I think. Yeah, this one's too small for my head. It may fit over yours. I don't know.
I got a big old one.
That one's a little tight.
It's tight, but
These
this
cheaply
was
made
a
masks.
This was a little mask anyway. Like we knew that it didn't fit us in general. But as you can see, even though it's super tight, and I look stupid because it's cut my eyeballs off.
Yeah, but you can take it off, and I'll show them what I did with mine. I have that, like I said, I have that LG one. You can see that it's got really good elastic in it.
Yeah.
So what you want to do when you have your mask is, if you see that it fits comfortably with the loops around your ears,
Yes, that's an indication.
that's an indication that you're going to have a good mask. But literally, I can take mine right there, slip it on really easily, and boom, I drape it right there, put it over the bridge of my nose a little bit, and it drapes just perfectly over my beard.
Yeah.
So you'll see that it's not cutting into my beard at the side at all. It just lays right on top of it. Two things that this is going to do for you, actually 3 things it's going to do for you. Number one, is it's not going to cut into your beard and give you a goofy looking beard when you're done. As you can see, it's still just the same as it was because it was never really affected. The second thing it's going to do, a lot of people don't realize that with these standard masks that they get, which this one I've already kind of compromised it, whatever, it's fine. That when you put on those ear loop masks, when they sit there and they pull on your ears like that all day, I can tell you right now, they get uncomfortable really quick. This one just sits literally right on my face. It kind of wraps, it goes around the back of my head, and it sits over top of my ears, just like a pair of glasses would. This thing's ridiculously comfortable. But the third thing that it does that I really, really like, this is just a bonus feature that came along with it, is where it's not tucking up under my chin. You can actually see that my mouth is pretty free. So if you're one of these people that you have claustrophobia, or you just, you like breathing fresh air like I do, it gives you the ability to have fresh air, but it's blocking any direct contact or sprays that people may be, spraying into the air.
Or that you would spray.
Right. Your beard is naturally going to act as a filter down here at the bottom. So I'm not honestly worried. I'm not worried at all about like any kind of, saliva or airborne particles coming out down, through the bottom of my mask and then going out to you, because my beard's going to catch it. If I can't, like have a bowl of soup or eat crackers without having to do this number right here to shake all the extra crap out of it when I get done, then I'm pretty sure that it's going to catch my sneeze. So there's that right there. But honestly, guys, that is the easiest way to take care of a mask, and it's the cheapest way because you don't have to go and buy anything special. You can literally just go to pretty much every store ever right now and find a mask, find one that works for you, do a quick modification to it, and you're done. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, my beard, my routine every day is basically I wake up and take a shower, and then I dry it with the towels best as I can, and then do the straightening while it's not dripping wet, it's not real damp. It's just I've dried it pretty good with the towel, and it just needs some time to air out, really. But usually lays really good then. Or I will spray the flat iron protector thing.
I use L'Oreal stuff. Johnny uses Garnier Fructis.
It was something Becca had. But anyway,
it works. Don't judge if it works.
She said spray this on whenever you straighten your beard, and it'll work really good. So if I don't have time to take a shower every morning, because I like to take my showers at night, then I'll spray it on there, and then I won't soak it, but then I'll just spray it on there to where it's on there, and then I'll straighten it, and then I'll just put me whatever I feel like, probably some beard balm or something. Now I like Cremo stuff too. I mean, I know
the beard wash I have. That's who makes the beard wash.
Well, I've got some beard balm from Cremo as well, and I also got some beard butter. But I don't like the way how that beard butter feels. It like leaves your skin, like it leaves your hair really hard.
Yeah. I will throw out there a quick recommendation if you can't find any local makers, and honestly, be careful with your local suppliers of stuff, because Johnny and I have unfortunately both ran into some people that are like, hey, I started making beard oils, and we're like, great, and they're like, you want to try it? And I'm like, yes, I do. And then I put it in there and I gag a little bit, or it just feels nasty. Not everybody that you meet is going to know everything that there is to know about making a good quality beard oil, but I mean, honestly, sometimes it's just a trial by fire kind of thing where
that's
you don't know till you know.
And that's something that I've started to do actually. Is hey, I like this, but I don't wanna be married to it. But the Trunk of Man stuff, I'm really digging right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also wanting to experiment with other stuff, just to like this right here. Honestly, that is one of the best oils that I've had in a long time.
It's really good.
So like this right here has inspired me to try other stuff.
Yeah. One brand that I know you can find at Walmart now that if you're just looking for something quick, easy, and non-scented to get started, it's called Honest Amish.
Yeah.
You can buy Honest Amish at Walmart. I
It's-
think you can get it at Walgreens. I know it's on Amazon because that's where I got it. And they have a beard balm on there that I absolutely love because number one, it is non-scented, but number two, it's a really thick beard balm. I mean, you still have to emulsify it in your hands to get it to spread through your beard, but once you do, I mean, it gives your beard a good solid hold. So I do want to throw out there that is a great
Their
brand.
oil is good.
Yeah, they make good stuff. So there's
Wasn't
another
too
recommendation.
expensive either.
Yeah, it's fairly cheap. But guys, I think that's all we've got for this episode of Beards and Bibles. We want to thank you for joining us, and until next time, stay beardy.
Stay bearded.